Overlays.
Oh yeah, shoot, because it's oh shit, I'm gonna have to make new overlays for you. Fuck.
Yeah, you do. That was the
She
quickest audio
abandoned
check I've ever done. It actually sounds
I'm
good.
so proud of you, and of course it's on a night. That's
Yep.
not. I'm not DMing. I'm just kidding.
Well, there's a reason for that.
It's
Yeah,
because
it's because you like Kobe more than me.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hint at which DM I like better,
Oh,
but
freaking devastating.
it's because I have my shit all together. I say as when he asks me what to name the stream, I go, I don't know.
somewhere in Michigan.
You know
The
how many
world?
times he asked me what to name the stream, and I said, "You pick."
I gave up on it
Every
after
time.
a while.
It was every time. And
Every
he
single
stopped
time.
asking.
Okay, so I'll give you kind of the rundown of the world and then what you three are in the world, and then we'll start from there building. So
Perfect.
this is just pretty much just Earth. The only difference is obviously there's magic and the tech is really up. In the United States, I don't know. That might change.
Wherever we are.
I don't like thinking about that much.
Fair.
Same.
They're really pushing for bionic technology and tech advancements in the human physiology. You three can be friends, don't have to be friends, but you're all three interns at a company named Bannockburn. This company is working on, right now, tech devoted towards hearing and tech that has to do with neurological, that will have to end up being neurological functioning. You three are interns. The place is kind of small right now, but for some, because interns, you don't have to pay them. They have like 3 groups of interns.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Like you do. Take advantage of the young.
Right.
Always.
I'm finding myself already slipping into a very dedicated intern role.
No.
Oh, no!
Another very dedicated intern role?
Like, I can't do it. Another very dedicated intern. Don't do it. Resist.
Man, you're really good at those
I'm
roles.
having a hard time.
You really do fall into
my
that
impulse.
archetype.
My natural impulse.
So this morning at your internship, you're in the last, say, this is a 2-year internship.
That's a long unpaid internship.
I don't need money.
The last year is paid.
It's for experience.
So, okay, here we'll start. There's like 12 of you interns.
12 interns, okay.
12 interns. You're starting in a room with, this is like your quote, the end of orientation, quote unquote. And your boss comes in. This is I guess not the boss, the CEO comes in.
Okay.
This bigwig of Bannockburn, he is a typical yuppie. He's got like fenders and the long curly hair. This dude has hipster glasses, but you know he can be fine.
Hell yeah.
His pants are definitely like too short. And you can see like all of his that should be under the bottom of the cup.
Probably not even wearing socks, and he's got loafers on.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Are loafers those boat shoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this guy's name is Oren. His
God. Oren
Burnham. He is like,
I hate him already.
35 to 40. He has that like cut. What is that cut? That's pretty common. That it's like you just kind of swoop it all back.
Oh, yeah.
The dumb looking one?
The one that like all the it's like businessman.
The
It's
business.
like a businessman.
But like Wolf of Wall Street businessman, so like
Yeah,
the
cocky
business
businessman.
Looks like Leo DiCaprio with less
Yes.
that you know of, less coat.
Yes.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
This is like, he was really big on team building the first 3 weeks of this orientation.
Okay.
This is
Too much. Hate it.
now you guys have come to the end. He comes in, he walks in, he does the thing where he hooks his thumbs in his suspender.
Hate it.
And he goes, well, he says, congratulations on finishing our orientation here at Bannockburn. I'm proud to invite you to our family here at the company. We really work on being efficient while being close-knit, and we really want everyone to feel like we're one cohesive group. He has a dude behind him is another dude or a girl, that you've seen. She's kind of been running a lot of the team building stuff. She's kind of like the I don't know what the term is in business, but it would be like the stage manager
Got it.
in a play or musical.
So like
Secretary.
administrator.
Administrative assistant, maybe.
I mean, it could be just straight up administrator. I mean, because that sounds more like kind of what my role is. I'm
Or
an administrator.
managerial.
Managerial,
A
yeah.
little managerial. Managerial undertones.
Okay. They're the assistant manager.
Assistant
Got
to
it.
the manager or assistant manager?
An important distinction.
They are the assistant manager. There
Got
is a manager, and you know that Oren's. That's why Oren's kind of like from a like he obviously had money at some point from his family because his business kind of doesn't make sense if I look at it too hard. Her name, the girl's name is Emily. She has been with you most of the time. She kind of looks dead behind the eyes, but is happy to be there. She's like the grunt of the administration.
Okay.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Sounds like an assistant manager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the assistant gets all the work.
Oren waves back to Emily and goes, I know Emily has showed you around the building and has told you about our business here, and I know you've done a lot of corporate you've done many corporate PowerPoints and corporate what's the word? The words are the hardest part, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Corporate quizzes for knowing how to manage medical information and under our security contracts. I know that's
trainings.
thing, but I want to introduce you to the idea that we are trying to build to create better bionic tech.
Yeah.
Our idea, sorry, I wrote most of this, so it's
Perfect.
is to create hearing devices that go past neural or I should have looked this up. Go past the nerve degradation style of hearing loss. As bone conduction has things like the cochlear implant, a lot of times you can't really fix the nerve endings when there are in hearing loss. So most of them still have fairly severe and profound hearing loss. What we're trying to build is through our Smite technology is an implant that centers around the base of your spinal cord. that will use magnetic magnetic integration. No, static magnetic integration wave lengths to stimulate the nerve to make it function again by using that magnetic as the quote unquote fluid in the neuron.
Sounds sciencey.
Yes,
Sounds
it is.
incredibly
It's
Lots of science words there.
now I know a lot of that stuff you
You'd
guys
say my intern's about to be real dumb.
I'm just a communications major.
Right? My dad knows someone.
I know a lot of that stuff you probably didn't understand, and truthfully, I don't understand it either. I just back it. But what it's going to do is be the first step towards fixing those with disabilities. And you see Emily behind him when he says that, kind of like makes a face, like that isn't the right.
Like,
don't fixing.
that's
Assisting, you know.
Don't word it like that.
Yeah, you're not broken.
There are like 3 frat looking dudes that are like dressed in like the salmon colored polos and like
Gross.
blue or like green dress pants that like look engaged, like way too engaged to even realize that that was a problem just then. While everyone else kind of like, you can tell people are kind of like about that.
Yeah.
Just icky.
Yes. But he has a smile on his face. He just keeps trucking on. He goes, now we are trying to expand in the next few years. And we're gonna be, because we're hoping within this in the next 48 hours to be landing a government proposal to help fund this this technology to get it started and hopefully go live within the next year and a half, 2 years. So far, we only have our research and development team with the upstairs, and I think I hired a nurse last week. But besides that, I think you interns are going to be the base of what our company needs to get on a level with other companies like Stryker and Bear. That's kind of the end, and some people kind of applaud. He kind of looks like he thinks he needs an applause.
Class.
He's like waiting for the
Unsure.
applause, like
Yeah.
like
He hold on. I got 2 notebooks. He goes and turns back to points back to Emily again and goes, now I gotta go make a phone call with the government. And Emily is going to introduce you to your pots. He turns to Emily and does the back slap thing, and it's way too hard. She kind of like goes like that. It does 2 thumbs. She does a thumbs up while he walks away.
I feel for this girl.
I want to help her.
So Emily comes up and goes. She is like a younger Hispanic woman, long, dark, curly hair. She has real glasses for sure, and she's wearing a nice flowy dress with a cardigan on top. She has a notebook planner that has those little colorful like tabs sticking out of the sides.
Nice.
And she also has. Are you got a problem with me, dude? Okay. She also has a key ring set on like one of those like scrunchy things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's like at her elbow.
Nice.
Um, she goes, okay, so I'm gonna introduce you to your pods. Everyone, here are your sets of keys. There are 4 pods here at the business, but they're all in one area. Most people might just call them cubicles. Please use the word pods. Oren really wants us to try to make sure we don't sound too much like an office. Is everyone okay? I know how that sounds. So she passes everyone a key. It's just a plain silver key. It has one of those blue like rubbery things around the base of it. She's like, depending on your departments that you're gonna, or I guess we'll eventually have, you might need more keys. If you do, I'll hand them out to you, but you don't have to worry about that right now. So let's bring you out to the pod. So she brings you out of this, like, it's pretty much just the front entrance of it. Because this building, it has like a front entrance. She walks back towards the south. You pass by Oren's office, which is right next to the front entrance. And then you go to the back area, the door to the end of the hallway. At the end of the hallway, you open it up. It is totally just cubicles. It looks completely bland. It is like the office in office space. There's nothing
Oh no.
cool about it. The coolest thing in there is like, though there's 4 little pods, 1 in each corner. In the center, there is 2. There's like one of those espresso machines.
Ooh.
I know,
Fancy.
right?
All about
There's
it.
an espresso machine, and there's like 2 separate like water.
Coolers.
Like,
yeah.
No, they're the ones that actually hook up into like water things.
Oh.
And they have the like water filter
Fancy.
stuff.
Well, they go all out.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Not hauling jugs around. Nice.
So she starts pointing out everyone's name. Everyone has a little plaque. It's like one of those ones that you would slide into a door if it had the little slat. Everyone has one on their half walls in a cubicle. The cubicles are set in it. They're round, and they set 3 people in it, and there's 4 of them. You can see everyone else around you. There's no privacy, so like it's like here and above you can see everyone pretty much, unless you like crank your chair down all the way.
That's what I'm gonna do.
We're family here.
God.
Find their seats. And then Jess, do you have a name or any type of? I'm now realizing
I do.
That you guys pick names.
Okay, so, on the plaque, it says, Natalie Saunders, but I have taken a black Sharpie and crossed that out and just wrote inertia.
Gross. So this one's the science nerd.
I love that.
Oh no, it's not.
Oh no.
When can you describe how you look?
Think a Hot Topic kid. So she is an elf who, you know, naturally has blonde hair, but it's dyed black, like deep dark black. She's got that like edgy hair over the eyes. You know how everybody parted it like so far sideways in the early 2000s that it like played like yes. And then just like in like all black clothing, like it's business clothing because her dad made her, but it's all black. That was her requirement.
And how old are you?
I think she's probably like early 20s, so like 22, 23, like graduated from college, but like, you know, figuring it out.
Of course, of course.
And then last question. Do you think
Yes.
this is Marsha's first job?
Absolutely yes. I mean, actually, no, it's not. It's definitely her second job. Her first job, is clearly being a music artist. She's in a rock band. Oh my god. That is her one and only job. This is a side gig.
A 2-year side gig internship.
You get
A 2-year cycle.
right. You get a housing stipend. That's how they pay you. You get a housing stipend.
Perfect.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
She very clearly does not want to be here either. She has rolled her eyes through everything. It is only nepotism that has gotten her here.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
When you sit down and start scribbling out that plaque, Emily comes up behind you and goes, oh, yes, I remember you wanted to go by Inertia. Would you like, we can get you a plaque that says Inertia. Would you rather that or?
No.
I mean, okay. So
No.
you like, okay. I see you found a silver Sharpie.
I always carry a Sharpie. Who doesn't?
Oh,
Are
okay.
you weird?
Oh.
Please tell me you're wearing Converse.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, right. I mean, mood, but I just wanted to make sure because I do try to respect everyone's. I'm kind of also in charge of HR right now, and I do try to respect everyone's whatever name you would like to go by.
Wow, way to be show basic human decency.
Well, you know.
Such an effort.
Well, you know, when we got a lot of different ages here, and sometimes for some people don't think that's common decency. They find it hostile. And so I always try to bring it up if they ask, but I try not to get into arguments about it, so I'm not bringing it up around some people. And she kind of does this thing, and there is 2 older men that, one of the older guys is, just like, you know, kind of balding, white dude in his, white button-up. He and the other older guy are sitting next to each other, and they are definitely like pulling stuff out of their wallets and showing each other. While at the frat table, they're like showing each other stuff on their phones. At the old person table, there's also one guy with longer hair. It's kind of greasy looking. His shirt's a bit too baggy, and he's kind of hunched in. He hasn't said much to y'all yet. Okay, so
Constantly glaring at that table, just like, no.
all right, so now that Inertia sat down,
Thank you.
to Inertia's left, you would be in the like 8 to midnight area, or 8 to 12 area of this circle. Davis, do you have a name? If you don't, that's okay. We can do the like, you had a name and then you changed it thing.
I mean, I'm looking for a name rapidly as we're speaking. I am not definitely on multiple name generators.
Christine.
What? Yours didn't just come to you 2 minutes before you had
No,
to say
I
it?
actually haven't thought of a name because I already thought of what I kind of want the character to be, but I haven't thought of a name.
Oh yeah, no, I hadn't
Or an
thought of a name
appearance.
either. I just thought of it 2 minutes ago.
You're very lucky. I mean, we can start with. I mean, the best name I've seen so far is just Mac, so we
I
might
love
just
it.
we might just
That's
go with
funny.
that.
Do it.
Son of
Oh, that'll
mother.
go good with mine. I'm excited.
You have to be better than some McDormand or whatever his name is. Okay, so Mac. Do you just go by Mac? Whatever your last name is on your nameplate. Are you trying to scratch it out like Inertia just did?
I'm not gonna scratch it out because that's kind of rude and would damage the plate. But I will take. I'm assuming there's some like tape that's not see-through tape. I will kindly put that over that.
Is it Mac short for McDonald?
It's just Mac. Don't ask.
Just Mac.
Mackelhauser.
Don't ask.
Short for Macklemore? Are you a
Macklemore?
singer?
I said don't ask.
Emily notices you taped out your last name, and goes, Mac, on your badge that you'll be like getting near the end of the day, it does have your last name on it. Would you rather just say Mac?
Mac and last initial is fine. Yeah.
Okay. What's your last initial?
Didn't think that.
I didn't.
True, did
We're
ya?
gonna go with
It's
What's
gotta
that?
be M. 'Cause
M.
it's like-
Yeah,
gotta be like
actually,
M
I was.
like
I-
your name.
Is it Mac McDonald?
No, it might be Mac Mickelson.
Mac
I love it.
Mickelson, yes, please. Mac Mick.
Mac Mick.
Is your middle name Michael?
Mac Michael Mickelson.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Yes, it is. It's Mac Michael
It is
Mickelson.
now. Here's the Mac Michael Mickelson.
I love Mac Michael Mickelson.
I would die for Mac Michael Mickelson.
Are you and then how would you describe your look?
I don't know. I'm really bad with looks. So,
Give me a vibe.
I'm trying to think of a
like
vibe.
high school stereotype.
How
What is
old-
the stereotype?
How old? I'd say Mac's probably sitting around 27-ish.
Okay.
This is
Wow.
not Mac's first gig.
It's not mine either. I've been a rocker for years.
And what were your jobs beforehand?
Mainly like administrative roles, a lot of administrative assistants, just kind of, running around, making sure things run properly, as well as, dealing with some of the paperwork that no one else wants to deal with. And one of them, it actually turned out to be a lot of arts and crafts, was required to cut out a lot of things, just because they always want to do decorations, and they just threw it on Mac, because they knew Mac would probably do it.
Were you
This isn't an allusion to his actual job.
No,
or
this is
anything.
not anything. This is definitely not based on anything real or anything. I'm
That would
definitely
be
not
insane.
venting about that at D&D.
you and Emily definitely had conversations about being like assistant administrators and how like you guys get the really weird jobs that seem to not have a purpose.
Yup, all the time.
You can build what you look like later if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Important. While Max sits down and is masking taping up his nameplate, there are some girls. There are 3 girls who are at the espresso machine. They have like those like travel mugs that people carry around, and one of them just dumped 6 shots. Like she just finished putting 6 shots in her cup.
I immediately walk over there and I'm like, yo, can I have some?
I don't.
Are you holding out? Seriously? Right now?
I mean, we did just have a pandemic. I don't know if I should share things with others.
Oh, was that the last of it? You don't have more in the bottle where I can just like pour it into my cup? Wow.
I
I
mean,
didn't consider it.
do you have a cup?
I mean, I could just find one. There's a water cooler, I'm sure, that has little plastic cups.
Oh, I mean, if you get a cup, I'll pour some for you. Yeah, sure.
Well, that's too much work now. This is just ridiculous. Never mind. And I walk away.
Okay.
Effort.
The one of the guys at the frat table, he's wearing like a blindingly red shirt. He is looking at you like he's like, damn, that was hot.
I immediately glare at him. Just like,
And that girl,
middle finger.
that girl goes and sits down, and you can see like another one of the girls like kind of shares a look at her, like, that's weird. Okay, and then in the 12 to 4 spot on the table, Christine, who is your character?
My character is Cooper Sunshower. That's Cooper with a K.
I love it.
Like Koopa.
Koopa, exactly.
We're gonna get along so well, I can already tell.
Koopa is a halfling who refuses to take height accommodations and is very self-conscious about it. So in this desk situation, the chair is as tall as it gets and still not quite at the same height as everybody, and pretty upset about it. It looks like anybody else sitting in their chair at the lowest position.
Mine's absolutely at the lowest position, and I'm like slouching.
And you're taller.
And I'm still taller.
You can still be seen because those two are taller.
Exactly.
There is actually a like box, like it is made specifically for those who are height inclined, such as halflings and gnomes. It's sitting
To use it. Kicked it when I walked in.
Ridiculous.
It was sitting underneath, like when you pull the chair out, it's kind of like where your feet would be.
Yeah. I'll sit on my feet like when anybody's not there, but if I see somebody walk by, I quick sit normal. Just so they don't know that I'm trying to be tall. This is gonna be Koopa's first job. Worked really, really hard on the application, like it was a really important job. But it is not.
That's okay.
Does
It was
Koopa have
very
any?
big for my family, trying to move up in the world.
Was Koopa in like all the AP classes, like all the advanced classes, or just really just
Shockingly,
worked
no.
hard?
Really just worked hard. Not actually that smart, just a very hard worker. Very like follows the dress code to a T. I was trying to think of appearance, and I'm assuming I'd have sort of a knit sweater of some sort. But it would not be outside of the dress code. It'd be very strict. Like, I read the manual, I know what I'm allowed to wear, and I'm very much inside the lines.
Oh, I am as far outside the lines. We're gonna get along so
I'm
well.
just in your classic, polo with some nice dress pants.
Khakis.
Exactly. There we
Yeah,
go.
khakis.
I will not be going full Cyril with this one, but I had to be in that range.
I feel like we're still in Fistian somehow.
Just a little bit, weirdly.
What? I don't know what
Still
you're
follows
talking
the
about.
rule.
You're my character who doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god, you're right.
I'm the guy who's just there and does all the work.
And Davis does all the work quietly, and then
This is our balance.
it is. It's a good combo. We know it works.
Exactly.
Chemistry.
Cooper, how old are you?
What's the average age of an intern
halfling.
at this?
Say however.
Like, I'd be right entering college.
So what,
Okay.
like 20? 18?
Yeah, maybe 18.
18
20?
to 18 to 20.
We'll do 19.
19.
It's my first job of any kind.
And I have to ask, do you look older or younger?
Younger, I'm going to say. Because of my height, but I will refuse to admit that. People will be like, "Oh, you don't look 19." I'll be like, "I know, I've got bags here. There's a lot of wrinkles. It's the grays."
Okay. All right, so you guys all three sit down. I assume, do you guys introduce yourselves to each other? A lot of orientation was a lot of like computer work and like that like corporate mandated stuff to say you are part of the company. You guys saw each other in passing, but they did not, during orientation, they didn't have you eat in the staff room yet. Because Oren said that was for workers only. So,
Fair.
And he said you guys weren't part of the job yet. So you guys kind of just like went home to eat. Emily was pretty cool. She gave you guys like an hour, so it wasn't like anything's too stressed. So you guys talk to each other? Do you say anything or do you just wave?
I walk up and try to shake both their hands, and I remember their names because of all the team building. But I refer to Inertia as Natalie.
Use me. I have told you no less than 6 times. My name is not fucking Natalie. It is Inertia. Get it right. God.
My memory's very poor.
As you perfectly remember.
I perfectly remember both your names. Perfectly remember your
Clearly.
name. I'm so sorry. And then I refer to Mac by his full name.
I just kind of go, oh, whatever.
Is
Do
Mac?
both you shake my hand? Or do you slap it away?
Mac will shake the hand.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Does not even look at it.
Net.
Mac's really used to that because for some reason at every previous job, people just like to use the full name. That's why anytime he goes anywhere, he tries to shorten it so that they won't.
Is Mac also short for something, or do people literally say Mac Michael Mickelson?
Mac Michael
Is it
Mickelson.
Is it
like that.
Macklemore? Is it Macklemore Michael Mickelson?
No one. That's
it's
the one thing
Mac
that every job always gets right. They always at least keep it short, just the short version, Mac. That no one has ever seen the full what Mac
Is it-
means. Not even me.
Is it MAC or MACK?
MACK, duh.
I wanted to make sure.
MACH.
I hate it.
It might switch. We don't know. Right now it's just CK.
Like mock, like the science term.
What?
Yes.
What?
That's great.
What's
Wow.
what's up with you and these inertia, mock?
Science terms.
Like
She
this
likes
is
to go fast.
apparently
Too fast. God.
Race car driver.
yeah.
Wow. Did anybody ever come up to you and be like, yo, don't you like mac and cheese so much because your name's Mac? Like, what the fuck?
Flashes
not
back
cool.
to every day and every other job. Dealing with customers. Oh, like mac and cheese?
Oh, that hurts because people are always like, "Oh, like the cheese" when they ask me when they're talking about my name.
Exactly.
Do you slap them? I would slap them.
I punched a kid in 3rd grade.
Hell yeah.
They also used to do like the ching chong. I think he was also doing the squinty eye thing, so I had a right to punch him probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds
Anyways,
very legal.
Anyways, Emily goes, "All right, so I'm gonna have you guys all log into your computers. Today we're gonna go over timetables for schedules for everyone coming in. And then we're going to take lunch, and then we'll make sure everyone's finished with their education modules before we start giving out projects to groups. Obviously, you can see your little pods are in each of the corners. We call them by their compass locations. So you guys over there, and she goes, "It was Oren's idea. He almost made you guys go by colors," and I said that was weird.
Disgusting.
So
What colors?
you three in the back, and she points at the 2 older guys and that kind of greasier looking dude. You guys are north. You're the north quad. Listen, he also calls them quads, even though there's 3, because there's 4 pods. So he likes to say quad pods.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
So we're the north quad, the south quad, the east quad, the west quad. We do have a complaint box in the front area. If you have any more questions about it, you can ask me. It is just a name. We just kind of go with it, though, because at least they named the tech. At least they named the tech cooler than what they named these rooms. Anyways,
Say
It's all
so.
about that tech.
in the east corner are you gals, and she's pointing towards the group of women. There is in the group of women. There is the one you ran into, Inertia, is a
Glaring at her.
she is like she's also kind of young, maybe like 19, 20, 21. She is wide-eyed, but when you were talking to her, her tone was pretty flat. There is a 40 to 50-year-old woman there too. She kind of has that like poofier hairstyle. She's also wearing a cardigan and has a little scarf on. And then the other woman is probably somewhere around Mac's age. She also looks like this isn't her first rodeo in a business setting. And then she points to the south, towards the south one, which is the frat boy looking guys. The one in the bright red shirt, the one in the salmon shirt, and then there is a guy in a gray. It's almost like a shiny gray. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like a the material is just kind of shiny looking. He is a tiefling too. I forgot to add races. But he's in like a nice shiny shirt. He has his hair like slicked back in like a surfer dude style. And the dude in the red is a human, and then the dude in the salmon shirt, he's probably like a half elf or something. I don't know. I completely forgot about races for a second.
No worries.
Until
It can be mostly humans.
I mean, fair if it's, yeah.
And then you guys are in the west quad. She goes, okay, everyone, log into your computers. I'm gonna be right back and go pick up everyone's schedules. And then I'll come back and hand them out to you. And so she leaves the room for a second, and everyone's logging into computers. These computers are kind of like, they're kind of like Macs. Their interfaces are much fancier than the general computer. They look to be almost made specifically for the company. The screen and the like tower are not connected. Everything's wireless. Your keyboard's wireless. And they're like they're all that like rose gold color.
Ooh.
You hear somebody like feverishly clicking. They're just like sitting there like they just don't know what's going on. They're clicking really hard, and you look over and it's one of the older dudes. This guy is he's older, wearing glasses, in that crisp white shirt. And he's a dwarf. And he's hunched in really far, looking real close to the screen. He's like, what kind of computer is this thing? And he's like touching the screen, trying to get it to work.
Classic.
While the guy next to him,
God.
the guy next to him, the older dude, he's like, no, it's not a touch, Paul. You can't touch. You're getting it so dirty. I can see it from here. If you keep touching it, you're gonna get all that stuff on you. It's gonna give you. It's just like that vaccine stuff. You can't touch that stuff too much. So
Disgusting.
they're really trying to work at their computers. When you hit your desktop. I'm assuming you guys all know how to log into a computer.
Oh yeah, Mac's
Well,
already been logged in.
Oh yeah, no,
This
my
would be
password.
a great time to
Username,
tell you,
password.
Cooper's never used a computer. The halflings of this region operate much like the Amish would, just no technology. We don't do it. So she's seen a computer, has never used one, does not know what to do, is trying to hide that really hard.
So you don't say anything.
I don't say anything, but I don't know how to log in.
Give me roll. It's gonna be flat. Give me a dice roll.
Okay.
20. And tell me what it is.
You might learn something.
18.
Oh, okay. That woman that I said looks a lot like she's worked in administration before. She's kind of like circling around the water table or the espresso machines that are in the center and kind of like watching what everyone else is doing.
Gotcha.
She definitely went over and helped that old man work his computer.
Okay.
But she doesn't seem to notice you. You're not facing her away, so she doesn't notice you don't know how to use it.
And I roll perception.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted her to notice and think
I
I
don't
was
have a
being
modifier
lazy.
yet because I haven't done that, but
That's okay.
nat 20 doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, you notice. She's kind of Cooper's kind of sweating, and you can tell she's not looking at the screen.
I like come over and I like am straddling a chair, like arms in the back, and I'm like, sup.
Did you do the whole
clearly-
spin it around first?
I spun it around first and then stopped, and I'm like, so you clearly don't know how to use a computer.
I'm very intimidated. I said, I absolutely do. I'm just being lazy. Awesome.
Okay. I'm a huge fan of being lazy and sticking it to the man, but like if you really need help with your computer, like I feel like Mac is a nerd and can help you, and then I turn around the other way.
You turn around and
Don't
flash
even,
over to
like, fucking sign in.
Mac, who's already signed in and has been digging through every program and file to see what they do, because it's just what Mac does.
Was Mac to my right or left?
Mac is to your right.
Right. I'm gonna kind of look over and like stare desperately, but do absolutely nothing else, so he has no way of knowing I'm trying to signal him for help unless he can feel my eyes.
I definitely said his name loud too. Like when I turned and said it, I was like, oh, I bet Mac could help you. And then I turned away.
I'm gonna roll a stupidity check. I might be too engrossed in this computer. We don't know. Oh no, that's a high enough roll. I would have been digging through some stuff, heard my name, and kind of glanced up for a second, and then as I do, that's when you turn and start looking at me desperately, and we just lock eyes.
Perfect. And can you like be kind and not make a scene about it? Like,
Yeah.
that I'm super embarrassed.
I quickly, because obviously I've also been really good at teaching tutorials of how to use things, so I quickly write down a note. Just kind of like a very basic step-by-step of every single thing that you would have to do. I also drew a little diagram of how the mouse and keyboard work, just in case, and then I kind of slipped that over.
Absolutely gonna say I try to touch the screen with my hand.
Yeah. First thing that's on there is this screen, a picture of the screen. It says "Do not touch."
You got it.
Not a touch.
You got in front of that.
Yep. Well, I mean, this isn't my first rodeo.
Right? You're like, I don't.
Been
Like,
there,
I
done
teach a
that.
lot of seniors.
Yeah.
While you guys are kind of bonding over how to work the computers, suddenly Oren busts through the door and he goes, "Team!" real loud. It definitely startles the like women over in the east side or the east quad. He goes, "The government, the state, no." He has to look at Emily. He looks at Emily's like coming up behind him. He goes, "Higher than state," and she goes, "Federal?" And she's like, he goes, the federal government, we can get a $40 million bond if we can complete a task for them. They said it should arrive. He looks down at his watch, and suddenly the ground starts rumbling. And it sounds like a plane is like a 747 is landing nearby.
Shit.
The old men are like holding on for dear, like they're like thinking it's an attack. And the some of them are like just, everyone else is just kind of looking around. He's like, you know what? That's probably them. All right, team. And he's like, all right, team. Excuse me. All right, team. Out. And he just starts going out the door. And you guys don't see where he goes, but Emily like just watches him until she can't see and like sees where he goes. He goes, okay, he just went outside. I guess we're going outside. I guess everyone, let's go. We'll talk about the timetables later. Let's go outside. So everyone follows. You guys get outside. There is a giant white container sitting outside. It's like one of those like moving boxes that are just like look like shipping containers. But it looks like it could be like the size of a house almost.
Nice.
And it's just sitting in the parking lot.
Love that.
It's kind of on a slant because there wasn't a lot of parking lot, so it's like half in the wood, half in like the grass, half in the parking lot. And there is a door on the exterior, and above it says "Enter here." Orin turns to you guys and goes, "All right, team. It looks like you guys know what to do." And then he starts like doing the backwards walk thing.
Yeah.
He's like,
Okay.
good luck. And he goes back inside. Oh, what do you do?
I had just finished doing guns back at him, and then I turned to Mac because he helped me, and say, "What do we do?"
Well, we should probably see what's
Open
in
the
this
fucking
crate.
box,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Well,
clearly.
first off,
and
I'm
already there with like a
language.
freaking crowbar.
You're
I'm already there with a
opening
crowbar that I happen to have in my backpack.
What are the
Emily's
other interns doing?
Emily's over there, and she goes, "No, inertia. There's a doorknob. Please don't break. I don't know where. I'm pretty sure it's from the government. Please don't break the door."
Please don't
If
break
it's from
the door.
the
It's from
government,
the
we
government.
definitely should break the door because the government is a bunch of hacks.
The older man, that he still has like the sticker from day one that he's been taking on and off his shirt. That says Henry. He goes up to, he's like behind you, Inertia, and he goes, "Yeah, I agree with this little all black wearing lady here. This scary
Very
one.
dark child.
I agree with the scary one here.
The scary one.
What the feds are doing. That's why I haven't applied for Social Security yet.
That's because you're fucking stupid and don't know how to take advantage
Oh my
of the
God.
government for their
I'm
dumbasses.
gonna take the advantage of the government.
He ignores that comment.
It was under her breath.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. The other older dude, looks back and forth from them, and he's like, excuse me. He goes, I don't think. Well, he first of all looks at the doorknob and like jiggles it, and he's like, "Well, it doesn't really matter because I think your scary girl just broke the door. I think she jammed the actual jam of the door."
Yeah.
Well,
And
No, I didn't. It was like that already. How dare you accuse me?
I'm a child.
A woman? You're accusing me, a woman, of breaking this? Seriously? Do you think I'm strong enough to do that?
You're strong.
the girl, the 27-year-old girl comes by and goes, oh, "Okay, it's okay. Let me," and she just like does the thing with her shoulder and just jams it open. She goes in. She's the first one to go in. Probably to Inertia's distaste because she probably wanted to go in first. But she did break the door technically. Emily's just kind of watching this happen. She knows they have to go in, but she doesn't really know. Like, Oren didn't. You can tell Oren did not explain what was supposed to happen in here. The old guy Henry goes, "You know what? I'm not going in. I don't trust the government. This box, they could be shipping us to a different country, and who knows what they're gonna do to us down there."
Probably better than here.
And this scary. I don't know what the scary one's talking about. He goes and talks. He goes off and storms and talks to Emily.
Hiss at him.
He's like doing this thing at her. What do you guys do? The door is open.
Oh, I'm in there already.
You go in?
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking to see what Emily does because I aspire to be her.
Emily's going like this.
I just kind of imitate her gesture without thinking about it.
And then she points him to go to the boss's, the CEO's office, or go inside. She says, if anyone else doesn't want to go in the box, please head inside right now. And
Doesn't want to go inside the box.
Don't want to go in the scary, confusing
Don't
box.
want to go in the freaking box? What
There's
lamos?
You put me in a box.
Only basic bitches don't go in the box.
everyone else goes in the box. Henry just goes back inside.
Oh wait, and then I start to rethink it. Do I want to go in the box? Because
everyone else is in the box.
It's not that cool.
It's not cool anymore.
Did you already go in the box?
Yeah, I already went in the box.
There are 2 people filing in. There are 11 more people coming in the box.
Dang it! Now I'm so basic.
And by the time Emily shuts the door when she gets in. So you're in a room, this all-white room. In the middle are 2 statues facing each other. One is a statue of Medusa on a pedestal. I'm assuming, I'm gonna say like the general mythology of like that most people would know currently is something that would be known
She's
there.
my hero.
Okay. Emily, did you say that out loud?
Yes,
Yeah.
obviously.
Emily,
A strong woman who turns people into stone for being dumb enough to look her in the eyes? Who wouldn't want to aspire to be that?
Emily goes, okay, great.
Powerful.
And she points, she goes, I know the aim of these is to exit on the other side. And there is a door on the other side. The other statue is a is a man, and they're facing each other. So what are you guys gonna do? I will say you won't have to worry. This is just completely puzzle based. So if you ask me like, can I look at this? I'm just gonna tell you. You won't
We don't have to have stats yet.
Yes, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff yet.
Got it.
Okay.
I mean, you said there was a door on the other side?
Yeah.
I go open the door.
The door is locked.
I take my crowbar to it.
Your
Kidding.
crowbar
Down
was,
the crowbar.
there's a little white one of the walls becomes a screen and says tampering results in immediate failure. And it starts to flash from it says if you don't stop in 10 seconds, tampering is police failure. And it starts counting down. And Emily
this is an escape room.
please give me, oh my god, please give me this crowbar. I will give it to you, I swear. But please don't bring it back in the building. Can you maybe put it in your car? Because that's kind of a weapon.
Put it in your car.
Put it in your car.
I understand, like, I got like, pepper spray in my car, but I don't bring it into work.
dare you threaten? This is my emotional support crowbar.
You're gonna need. You did not give me anything from your doctor.
Wait, please pull out an ID card for it where it's
I
legal.
do. I absolutely pull out an ID card.
From one of those fake
Those
registries, and it's a fucking picture
Yeah,
of a
it's
crowbar.
literally
Name
it's
crowbar,
literally-
breed crowbar.
It's literally a card, and it just says emotional support crowbar because I do what I want. And I show it to you.
Take doctor's note, and the doctor. We have to like be in contact with your doctor.
Ridiculous. I put it in my backpack.
Okay, and she looks at the screen, and it does go blank. She's like, "Okay, sure, that's good enough. Well, maybe we'll talk about that later."
Seems like a conversation for us.
Sure we will.
The door is still.
We clearly have to do something with the statues.
Can I look at the statues? Is there anything special about either of the statues? I also pull out a piece of paper and a pen.
Okay, the one statue is Medusa. She is looking down from her pedestal onto the man. The man is on the, he is just on the floor statue. He's not on, like, any plate or anything. And he is looking up at her, and he is holding a key.
Can you take the key?
Yeah.
Or is it part of the statue?
The key is part of the statue.
You have to turn Medusa's
try to
head
take it
away
in
to
my
make it back to real life because it turned into stone because she looked at him. Duh.
As you say that, I'm like tugging on the stone key, and I was like, "Oh no, that makes more sense."
How are you tugging on? This is like a human. So if you were tugging on that key in his hand that he's holding up, how did you like climb up it?
Yeah. Yep. I'm like hanging off it because again, not trying to let my height get in the way. Like I climbed up there like a friggin' spider monkey, and I was hanging on it, trying to pull it off with my weight.
Okay.
It's just not much.
How much does she weigh?
What's half of a regular person?
So like 60 pounds,
Sure,
70
yeah.
pounds.
Half the height, half the weight. But it doesn't hold her back. Climbs right up the
Of
statue.
course not.
No,
Of course
of course
not.
not. Of course
Couldn't.
not. Does anything look movable? Like, does this statue look like we can move it? Does Medusa look like to have a lever?
It does not look like you can turn Medusa because she's like she's part of a pedestal. That whole thing is her statue.
Mm-hmm.
But the dude looks movable.
Okay.
Rotate him backwards.
We'll turn him around before Inertia says anything.
I said it first. God.
Are you asking for help or are you just trying to do it yourself?
Being a seasoned office worker who has dealt with many customers' complaints and lots of team building, I have recruited at least 3 other people to help me in this endeavor.
Okay. One of them is that girl, the 27-year-old. She introduces herself to you. She says her name is Adrian.
I will forget that pretty quickly. I am sorry.
I'll remember it forever.
I'm sure your
No,
name.
you won't.
Okay, Natalie.
And Cooper is the other one helping you. So you guys turn the statue, and as soon as he no longer has his like field of view with her, he turns into he's an actual human.
Oh my gosh.
Giant.
Inertia was right.
He goes,
Told you.
"Oh my god." He goes, "Oh, thanks. But I had this key and I needed to," and he turns to point that way.
No.
And he looks back into the view. And
God.
there's back stone. And now he's going like this.
You
This is his life.
idiot.
Can I just blindfold him?
Idiot.
Okay, what are you gonna use to blindfold him?
Turn him again.
I've got some paper on me.
I
So I
absolutely
just
am carrying
have
black
torn
duct
some.
tape.
I mean, you have that, but I tear few pieces of paper and tape them together so that it can just tape all the way around his head, because that's what we do here. We use office supplies.
Fair.
He
What we do in the office.
I have
He
black
gasped.
duct tape and silver Sharpies. Whatever we need.
he gasps and he when he blinks he hears like the crinkle of the paper. He's going up. He touches it. He's like, "What?
Don't take it off.
Oh." I'll tell
Grab
you.
the key and then he can take it off and look in the eyes because then we have the key. God, you guys are so stupid.
Doesn't matter
Oh,
if
you
he's
want
stoned.
the
We have the key.
Yes, clearly.
He gives it to you.
Thank you.
And then he takes the thing off. He's not looking at Medusa. He takes the thing off. Hits his watch, which had a stop timer on it.
Mhm.
And then he hits a few buttons and he disappears.
Well,
What a
Spooky.
nerd.
that's some tech.
Emily runs over and she goes, "Pretty sure that was just a government like they work for the government."
Most likely.
Clearly.
Follow Emily.
That's
I'm
why I
looking
called
at
them a nerd.
And I think they're timing us, so maybe we should go put that key in the door.
So is this like an
Yeah.
I walk
room?
really slowly to put the key in the door. Like, just so slow.
Like on purpose.
I will
On
attempt to
purpose.
take the key from you.
I beg you to go faster because you're upsetting Emily. Emily's my hero.
How dare you talk to me? I cannot believe.
He's like, Inertia, please.
Okay, you know what? You got my name right. I will respect you this one time. This is your one use.
Okay, thank you. That's fine.
Hey, put the key in the door.
And
I
Alright.
turn it. I turn
turn-
it.
You open and there's a hallway. It looks very long for being in a box that you saw from the outside.
Bigger on the inside, like the TARDIS.
Yes.
crazy.
You guys
You do shop at Hot Topic.
Exactly.
at the end of the wall, there seems to be some writing. Do you go in the hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone piles in. All 12 of you, since there's one left and there's Emily. You guys get to the end of the hallway and it says, turn around to leave. Turn around, comma, you can leave.
I turn in a circle.
When you turn in a circle, the last person is Emily because she's making sure she's sheeping everyone. You see behind Emily is a wall.
Interesting.
A normal wall
A normal wall.
made of
Wall.
wall. All right, that checks out.
And the Adrian turns around too, and she also sees the wall. And now she she walks over to that side and touches the wall, and then walks over and touches. And now you guys are like in a shorter hallway now.
Interesting. I look at you all like, you figure it out yet, nerds?
No.
Wow, get on it. Jeez, I can't be expected to do everything.
You stole that key, but whatever.
I've done everything. Oh my god, I've done all the hard work. You guys have done nothing.
You know, this reminds me of a different job I had.
So, is there anything else in the room that looks important?
So on that one wall says, turn around, you can leave. On the other wall, it says, you can leave, eyes on me.
I turn backwards, watch that, and walk back.
When you do that, she walks through the wall.
I do it while being like,
Oh
deuces,
shit.
bitches.
You.
You should.
I go to Emily and be like, hey, where's that complaint jar? I feel like there's some bad attitude in the office.
Oh, we have to go back.
Valid point.
Okay.
Let's-
I scribble it down and I'll be like, I'll just put this in later.
Okay, that's. I will let you know.
You're gonna have a pile of those by the end.
Because I mean, like we watched all those training course videos, and I feel like somebody needs to sit down and watch them again. I'm not gonna name names because that's kind of rude.
No longer here. Not in the room anymore.
But it's the one that's not here.
Individuals that's no longer present.
Yeah, if one of the that older guy's like, yeah, you know what? If she keeps working here, I think I'm gonna leave because I don't know if I can work with such disrespectful children. What's
She's
wrong?
too scary. We all follow her.
Yeah, as he says that, I immediately follow her out of this room.
Yeah, everybody.
You love me. You know it.
Emily just says under her voice, she's like, I mean, I can't just fire someone for being rude. Like,
For annoying everyone.
There's steps.
reason.
Mhm.
And she does the same thing. You guys all exit, and you're back outside. On the back wall of the machine, the box, says, "Congratulations. We'll be in touch about the bond." And then the box starts to rumble, and then does the thing where it like condenses into itself and then disappears.
Interesting.
Wow.
Government's crazy.
So cool.
They got some cool
You'd think
tech.
they'd be able to just like, you know, do that themselves.
Right?
Like, why did they have to outsource that?
Because it gives us money.
Man.
I need 2 D20 rolls from anyone.
I got one. That's a nat one.
Oh, there is definitely someone. There's Emily's like, I only count 10 people.
When to 17.
Oh God, Oren's gonna have to call them.
Is it that old dude?
The old guy.
Like that,
he didn't want to follow me.
he didn't turn around and come out.
Yes.
Oh.
And then what's another roll?
It was 17. Was
That's
the other one.
17.
Okay, so now we're gonna do that one thing. This took a long time to get there. I'm real sorry, but we're gonna do that one thing where, on your stats for your character, this counts as quote unquote week 1. Every position, strength, intelligence, dex, con, everything gets 2. And because you rolled a 17, you get 2 extra points you can put anywhere. So you can decide whichever to do.
Everyone or just who rolled that?
Everyone.
Wait, how do I get back to my character? There he is. Alright.
You got there.
I think so. Oh, wait.
And everything starts at base 2?
It's in the character
So
builder.
you'll bring them all to base 2.
Oh, I need a class, it says.
Yeah, what class did you want?
Oh, you have to pick a class first?
That's what it says.
Oh, you should be able to go
skip
to
it.
abilities. Click
You can
abilities.
skip it.
Abilities?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then make it manual/rolled.
Okay. Oh, got it.
Which mine's only letting me go down to minimum 3.
Now
Okay.
what do I do?
Well,
Then-
this is what I'm doing is I'm putting it in a Word document first because we're gonna change it as we go. I'm assuming that's how you're doing it again, Kobe, right?
Yeah, so if-
And then I'll put the final in D&D Beyond.
If you want to, you can do. Christine, give me one more roll. And hope you don't.
D20?
Yeah.
12.
Okay, so you'll get another you get a third point. So bring everything up 4. It'll be like 2 weeks worth. And then you'll have 3 extra points to put wherever you want.
Gotcha.
Or where? What? I've never done this. I don't know.
Okay, so you see how it says strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, charisma?
Yeah.
So set all those to 4.
4. Okay.
And then now you can add 3.
Whichever one. So
Divvy across whatever you want.
Right. So you can
So
one
3 of them would become 5, basically.
You could do that, or like one of them could become 6 and one 5, or
3
yeah.
extra points.
7.
Yep.
If you want to really like bounce someone.
You want a min-max?
Right.
Got it.
Alrighty. So everyone heads inside. Actually, you guys have your Emily lets you on lunch break. Everyone heads inside. After she just got off the phone with the government, and she's like, "Well, I guess he's not going to work for us anymore, because he doesn't want to come back to Michigan. So, well,
That's a suck, I guess.
and the greasy dude, he's like, where'd Henry go? And Oren pops out and goes, I fired him because there's no in teamwork. But we're gonna have to do something, and I do have to reduce the numbers. So we're gonna do a team experiment, or a team battle. We'll do it's like a team battle, and he's like doing that thing where he's looking up and imagining it, and Emily's like feverishly writing stuff down. He's like, everyone's gonna do their own little puzzle, and whoever finished the first 2 to finish, we'll keep them, and we're cutting the rest. That greasy dude goes, my 2 teammates are already gone. So what do I do? He's like, well, I guess you're fired too. And the dude's like, well, God, I didn't want to work here anyways. So he leaves. He's like, I can only keep
The
6.
worst.
So that means 3 of you one quad will be leaving by the end of the day. So what we're gonna do, where's that one? Is I'm gonna send everyone. Oh, you guys already had lunch, didn't you? Everyone go back to your little pods, and then this is gonna be a computer-based problem. So you'll look at probably just what?
Cooper starts sweating.
We're sweating profusely.
I quickly scribble a note and say, I got you.
Okay, so everyone go back to their quads, and then
You mean our cubicles?
everyone go back to the quads. In the
Balls
pods.
in the quads.
Let's go to the pods room.
Quad pod.
We'll do something here. So you guys all head back, and you guys you can pick someone's computer. This won't be like heavily computer based.
Oh,
I'm
it's
just saying fun.
the same team on one computer? I ask quickly to clarify.
Yes, you will be using one computer. You might use all 3, but you guys are working as a team. You won't be like
Oh, good.
Oh.
against each other.
I wheel my chair over next to Mac's computer and hoist myself up.
Why don't you just sit on his shoulders?
We're in the workplace. Please keep inappropriate touching to a minimum.
Minimum, not at all.
Well,
As minimal as you
I-
can make it.
Try to keep it at 50% or less.
I don't mind.
Inappropriate.
We understand you can't avoid it entirely.
It's a bit weird, I would think. Don't think that would be something we'd want to do at work. Would it be something acceptable at school?
It absolutely was acceptable at school if you're a cheerleader.
Being obtuse.
Emily, for a second, her eye twitches and she looks at you. And do I look like I was a cheerleader?
No.
Oh shit! You're like
No,
not
you
at
don't.
all. Not at all in the most insulting way.
I'm such an
I
asshole.
do not mean that as a compliment.
I made this the worst character ever.
And I'm so mad at you for being mean to Emily. She's my hero.
So, she just she looks at you and when you say that and she goes, you haven't done anything. She hasn't done anything wrong. She can't be fired, right? And she just kind of walks off stage.
Flipping through some legal documents.
Right.
Right. Looking through the contract I signed on being hired.
Right.
Gotta be a
You
loophole.
guys all head over to Mac's computer, it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Emily pulls out like a tablet, does something on it, and then goes, okay, I guess the three of you, whoever figures this out first, your job is to bring me something. And go. And then all of a sudden, all the screen's black. And you just see your reflection.
I try to touch it, and Max slaps my hand.
I just kind of pat it back away as I turn it on and off again, make sure everything's plugged in properly, and make sure the monitor is actually powered on.
Yep, it's not.
Supposed to be black. Is the room are the lights still on in the room? Just the screens went black?
Yeah, the screens are just off.
So we just bring her something? Isn't that what she said?
You have to bring me something specific. She looks directly at Inertia and goes, you have to bring me something specific that I need from you guys. And I have it written down what I need from each team. If you bring me something stupid, I'm not accepting it.
I put down the pencil. I was about to run over to her.
She doesn't even see you do that. She's not even looking at Cooper. She's looking specifically at Inertia when she says
So
that.
bringing you the computer monitor would be the wrong choice?
What do you think?
I'm thinking maybe I should grab the hard drive instead.
Please don't. Not my computer. Does the monitor turn on when I try to turn it back on?
The monitor does turn on.
Okay.
All of them start booting up. You log in, and you're at your desktop.
Perfect. Has anything changed on my desktop? I mean, I studied it pretty intensively.
Drive? Do they have a Google Drive? We
On
need to get the info off of.
Shh. I'll get there.
On the computer, there you have all your little apps. You have things like Paint, Blender, creative, quote unquote creative things. You have your email. You have a Zoom-like thing, but it's like a private.
Yeah.
Like company only.
Yeah, like Teams or stuff like that.
Yeah. There's an application. There's something that says Smite VR. And there is something that says read me. And then there's something that says don't read me.
I click on the don't read me immediately.
Yeah, you grab the mouse.
I guess.
Okay. When it opens, it says bring me the mouse. Oh no, it just says the mouse. It just says the mouse.
I'll click on the README.
Interesting.
You're clicking on the README. It says email.
The email.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching in awe. Like,
You click on the email, and there are 3 new emails.
Oh.
One is like your she emailed you your schedule. Like it's
Smart.
probably just an email. One says one says free espresso machine, and then one says free mugs.
Before we get too far, though, I open up the schedule, and as a good employee, I respond to it saying, thank you for sending the schedule, because that's just, you gotta be good communicators.
I know you saw it.
Emily's email has an auto email on that says, Emily is currently unavailable from the time of 2 to 3 p.m. I will email you back as soon as possible. Sorry for the delay.
I love it.
How professional.
And then I'll
I
open up...
write a note about to do that.
Yeah.
So cool. God, she's so professional.
I'll open up the espresso one.
You open the espresso one, it says free espresso machine. Click here for a free espresso machine. Click here for a free espresso machine.
That's a virus.
One espresso machine.
I tell you should click it. It's free.
Bring me an espresso machine. You will win. Click here and enter.
It says we'll win.
I drag them sideways until I see the one that isn't draggable, and I know that's the real link. And then I
None of them.
All of them drag sideways. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's spam.
It's
trash.
I don't know what type of...
Recycle that shit. Actually, know what? Forward it to your grandma. That would be hilarious.
And I delete it. But I also... Is there an IT email? Because I gotta inform IT.
There is a report spam.
Yeah, I will report spam and leave a little note to the IT department that potential spam has gotten through, and I just want to make sure that nobody clicked on that link, and then I'll go to the other email.
Okay, the other email says
professional.
Mugs for life. And then it says, if you continue working with us and bring me a mug, you will technically always have mugs for life.
See, but like, I feel like taking the mouse is the smarter move because they wouldn't expect you to read the don't read me.
I mean, we could do both. We could grab a mug as well as bring the mouse.
Okay,
cover our bases.
Mouse in the mug. But if you take your mouse, then you don't have a mouse.
What if they have a mouse-shaped mug?
Roll. You can only have a mouse-shaped mug if you get a nat 20.
You got a 6.
Okay, no, there's no.
Hey, we can...
Wait, I got it, and I grab a plain mug, like a plain black mug, and I draw a mouse on it with my silver Sharpie.
Are you gonna bring that to Emily?
Yes.
Prance over with it, so proud.
Just smirking.
And she sees the Sharpie, and she's like,
I figured out your game.
She's like, God, she can fucking draw. It's cute. God damn it.
It's cute.
Yeah. God, I look like an ass if I fired her for that. Okay. And she's like, okay, you can return to your seats.
I didn't even want this job.
Another 5 minutes passes by, and then someone else brings a mug up. And the other people are escorted out. Someone roll me like a D4.
I got it. 2.
The girls are gone. So it's the frat boys.
Frat boys? Disgusting.
You say that to them?
Yes.
I should have kept the girls now that I'm thinking about it, because that's the only one that had a fleshed out character, but, whatever.
It's okay. They can come back later.
Right, maybe.
When we do some rehiring.
Right.
Because we just fired everybody.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, they were unpaid interns. It doesn't really matter.
We get a stipend.
Yeah, they are, and you guys are about to get $40 million. So
As a grant that we can use towards research.
Hey, trust me, when you work in business long enough, you can define a lot of things as research.
So true,
Fair.
though.
all right, so the girls leave. Adrian doesn't look like she cares. She thinks it was kind of fun, but she kind of looks like someone that has been in a lot of jobs. When they leave, you guys can add 2 points to everything, and then someone roll me a 20.
Not me, because I roll like shit.
You got it.
I forgot I got cursed yesterday.
Oh, 5. Sorry.
A 5. You
Yeah.
get no points this round.
No extra points.
No extra points, so just base 2 for everything.
What does that mean?
So just add 2 to everything.
And
So
okay.
everything your
Got it.
month should be 6. Okay, so that's gonna be your end of your day. You're coming. Does everyone come back to work the next day? And I'm only asking mainly because of inertia.
Yes.
Yes, I do. My dad drives me here. He works here. I got
There
the
5
job
minutes
because of
before-
him.
I'm
Yes.
there 5 minutes
Is that
before
first- that-
Emily gets there to unlock the door. Also, who's your dad in her? I want a reveal of which character's your dad.
I don't know. I just had the feeling that she only
I just want
Inertia clearly wants to just be a rock star, but her dad was like, "No, that
You need a
can't
good
make-
business
You're gonna
job."
fail. You're gonna fail at that. So you need a job." And so she went to college and got her degree in marketing and communications. and her dad works here and got her the internship. It's the only reason she got it is nepotism.
Amazing.
I'm really gonna have to think about who your dad is.
I want just like a random.
It doesn't have
kind
to
of
be anybody
asshole
high
character to
up.
be
It doesn't
introduced.
have to be anybody high up. Like whoever you want, you have like a random dude. Just be like,
Me.
The janitor.
it legit could be like,
Somebody walks in at some point, he's kind of a dick, and Inertia goes, "Hey, Dad."
yes.
At any point in this entire story.
Or it's the sweetest person in the world.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's probably like where's
Really
it?
wholesome and kind.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so we're gonna go. Where's my Or you guys go in, and it looks like there is another person with Oren and Emily, and Oren and the other guy. There's 4 people. There's Emily, there's Oren, and there's 2 other dudes in there. Emily is like clutching her planner, and like she's wide-eyed, and she's like kind of whisper yelling at him, but you can't hear what she's saying. The CEO, Oren, looks happy as can be. There's another dude with short gray hair. It's kind of like just short gray hair, skinny dude, tall, wearing like a brown blazer. He's wearing a turtleneck. And the turtleneck is tucked into his pants.
Disgusting.
He is pointing at his hands
Dad.
and pointing at his, like he's counting on his fingers. The other guy is younger. He is he is a half orc. He has downward facing tusks. His do they have horns? I can't even remember.
No, just tusks.
He is he has pointy ears, real built. He's wearing like business casual, but it looks like if he moves any wrong direction, he is gonna burst out of that shirt. And he does make like very like he keeps his arms kind of down, and when he points, he just kind of does it like this. He doesn't. He looks like he's purposely not raising his arms too high. And they're all kind of talking in there, and they look like they're having kind of a heated conversation.
Ooh.
Are you guys just gonna go to the pod? There is a break room if you got. It's just a break room, but
Try to read their lips.
Is there like a fridge in the break room where I can put my lunch?
yes.
Okay. I would like to put
I
my lunch in the break
immediately
room.
go steal part of Mac's line.
Okay.
On it is labeled Mac, as big as you can see, so that everyone knows that it's my lunch, and it's not just communal food, but you know.
But I immediately
Never
open it. What's in
communal
your
food.
lunch? What's in Mac's lunch?
Mac, he's got one of those pre-made salads with him, just because he likes to have one of those. A nice just ham sandwich. He also put in some like sun chips because you gotta have something yummy, and then like a Twinkie.
Very healthy.
Immediately steal the Twinkie.
You have to have something yummy.
It was his cheat day.
At least, yeah. This is the one day a week I get to bring a Twinkie to work.
I steal the Twinkie and replace it with the carrots my dad gave me.
Oh no,
That's diabolical.
that's horrible.
Cruel.
Give me a flat D20 roll, Jess.
Okay. 16.
Your dad was in the room, but he didn't see you do that.
Of course he did. Fucking loser. I've been stealing food around him forever.
I'm a pro.
So Oren busts through the door out into the hallway, to like the main hallway.
He needs to chill.
And he points at the interns and goes, "Team, great news! We won the $40 million bond,
Yeah, I know.
Did you
and
really tell interns this?
what'd you say?
Did you really tell interns all this information?
Yeah, this is
We're part
barely
of
a
the
company.
team.
This
Barely
really
a
shouldn't be.
We
a
are
company.
the only employee.
There are more employees, but you don't. A lot of them
Yeah.
work upstairs, and you guys aren't data. That's what your dad is. He's data.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Fucking
He
nerd.
goes.
Fucking nerd.
He goes. He also talked. I had him talk to Marcus here. He points at the guy with the gray hair, and he goes. And he talked to him, and the government really thinks we're onto something with this Smite technology with the hearing, and you know what? They gave us a bonus $20 million, and now that we got this money, we got two things we can do. One, we're gonna hire, and two, we're gonna build the shit out of that thing. He's like, "What do you think, team?" And then the frat boys are like, "Yeah, jobs."
Yeah, job.
But he goes,
Jobs are great.
"Only hiring 3 of you. We've already hired everyone else."
Awkward.
I only have a few more slots open. But don't get me wrong, I will hire like probably 3 of you. But I think either you other ones are gonna stay interns. Maybe you can work in data with Mr. Saunders.
Oh.
Maybe you can work in data or Mr. Saunders, or you might be able to enter the ethics team with Mr. I never actually looked up like different species name. You know how they sometimes have different names?
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen because I forgot to look that up.
Bruce.
Bruce.
Mr.
Bruce.
Mr. Bruce.
So yeah, Mr. Bruce over here, he points at the half orc.
Yes, it fits.
He's actually gonna run our ethics team. And after this, maybe we can talk to him about what the best spot for the interns will be. And Emily like puts her hands in her, like she like puts the book to her face. She's like, I totally didn't want this to happen. He's like, okay, so interviews are gonna start now. Who wants to come in first?
For job interviews?
Yeah, we're gonna interview for jobs.
Oh, okay. I raised my hand immediately.
All
Your
right.
hand was already in the air.
In the air before,
Yeah, what are we doing this for?
Yeah. I'm a really big team player. I learned that he just loves team building, so I'm just always ready to do team shit.
But also, you're like half our size, so I'm like pointing down and being like, "This one's raising their hand." If you couldn't see it, if you couldn't see it, this one's raising their
He
hand.
go to pick me up, and I was like, "Fuck you."
Now, when that happened, did you actually raise your hand, Davis?
No.
Okay. So, because he was looking at the guys first, obviously.
Of course he was.
You literally
Trash can.
In his world.
and he waves you in. And you
He waves me in, or he waves Mac in, even though Mac didn't raise his hand, and I'm jumping up and down.
wave.
He's like, I like your go-getting attitude, Mac. Get on in here.
We're in.
I almost did change my mind just then. Okay, so he has you sit down. There are 2 chairs you can choose from. The like normal size chair. There is one that's like a bar stool.
Use that.
Okay, so you
I
sit
sit in the regular chair, and so my eyes are about here.
Okay, he sits down. He looks up and then looks down at you, and then like goes like this. He goes, "I'll stand." And so
I reach my hand over the
I'll
desk.
stand.
His hand.
He like goes like this at first to shake your hand. Thinks you're gonna have super tiny hands, and he goes, "Oh," and then he shakes. Okay, and then he goes, what do you think you can do for the team here?"
You know, I'm really here for a management position. I know this is a tech company. I don't understand technology very well, but boy, does that mean I can manage.
Manage.
Management position.
Well, we will have. I mean, this tech is going out to the world. We do need someone in the actual customer support system, and like
Customer support, I can yell at the people who are operating the phones all day.
I like your the cut of your jib, kid. And then he goes, "Lady, where do you see yourself in 5 years?"
5 years running this company with you, side by side.
Okay.
Boss man and manager.
Oh. He like
Embarrassed.
way
I'm having
too high.
second-hand embarrassment.
It's my first job.
he's like he does this. He like puffs his chest and goes, and then he looks down to like what level you would probably be on if you were standing next to him. He goes, "What is that?" He goes, "Oh, okay. Okay." And then last, what do you think we should do after the hearing research?
Oh, you know, I couldn't tell you. I'm just here to climb the corporate ladder. I'm not here to tell you how to do your job. I'm just here to tell other people how to do their jobs.
You know, that's right, and that's why I got this job, because I know how to delegate.
Exactly.
Delegation.
I'll let you know at the end of the day how it goes. And then he waves you out. He does 2 of the frat guys, and waves them out. One of them looks completely devastated. Like they for sure
No.
they don't look okay. And he comes out and goes, "Who's next?"
Guess I'll go. I mean,
I like the enthusiasm, buddy.
thanks, sir.
You're back real hard.
Less enthusiasm than anyone else.
Right?
No, because Inertia's standing there and she has negative
Is he
enthusiasm.
laying on the floor at this point?
She's just like
Throwing
lounging.
pencils at the ceiling?
Doing some
Basically.
handstands.
Yeah. You know, like you do.
Playing some air guitar a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Getting
She's
that
writing a
practice in.
song.
Yep.
She definitely has both her AirPods in.
Amazing.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so you go and sit down. He sits down, shakes your hand, goes, all right. He looks at his clipboard and goes, Mac Michael Mickelson.
Yes, my name is Mac.
Michael Mickelson?
It's yes, but I go by Mac.
Mac Michael Mickelson. Okay, anyways. How would you improve this company?
Seeing as I have not seen much of the company outside of this internship craziness, I have no clue yet. I'd have to kind of see your operations and where there might be weak links before I could really make a judgment.
Weak links.
Just
Weak are you talking? Do you know? Are you a logistics boy? Or man?
I mean, I mean,
Yeah, they call me logistics boy.
you know,
Are you
I've worked in, multiple administrative jobs, so I've kind of dealt with, different employees as well as customers, kind of trying to, figure out how to make things operate here and there on the side a little bit. I also, I kind of did major in like philosophy and sociology, so I'm kind of decent at, looking at people, making sure they're in the right spot sometimes.
looking at people in the right spot?
Making sure, that they're in the right job,
You know, I am looking for a security man.
Unrelated.
I don't think you understand what a philosophy major is.
But I'm here for it.
Philosophy. Is that like PR?
Technically, I could twist it into that, maybe. I mean, because I can understand people and their potential reactions to bad product ideas. I mean, product ideas.
Well, I mean, the only other place I want to hire people, and I can tell you're not a nurse. The ladies here, I'm already gonna hire some ladies to do the nursing stuff when we get to the medical side. But
Got a good female for that.
Is the like. I mean, I do have Mr. Bruce on ethics, but I don't. That sounds boring. I don't think you'd be cut for ethics.
I'll take the ethics job.
Literally my job.
You want to work in ethics.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to do it, right? And I guess I'll take that bullet for the team.
Son, I like how you talk. We know people have to do their jobs, and sometimes we don't like it. I don't like firing all these people, And it's been just a rough few days.
I bet. It seemed like it. You've been running around a lot.
I know. You gotta get those 10,000 steps in. But we'll talk more about this.
Dear God.
I'll let you know at the end of the day how we're thinking about this, okay?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. And he comes out, and obviously the other frat boy goes in. There's no chance Inertia's next.
Not at all.
Correct.
He walks out after that, and he looks at everyone and goes, it doesn't look like it looks like everyone's done because you're not paying attention. So he looks at Emily and goes, okay, I think I've made my decisions. And Emily's like, no, there's technically another person. He's like, oh, he's like
throwing pencils and sticking them into the ceiling.
Yeah.
He's like, she goes by Inertia. You should really use Inertia. He's like, you people with your names. What is your... And he goes really loudly. He goes, Saunders? Are you little Natalie Saunders? And he comes over to you and he's like, I saw you when you were younger.
She takes out an AirPod.
Yeah, she's just been staring blankly this whole time, and then at the end of a monologue takes out an earbud and says, what?
Excuse me? Are you talking to me?
Do you know what your dad's name is?
Alec.
You're Alec's little girl. Me and Alec went to college together, and I met you, I saw this little Natalie when she was this high. And wow, look at how you grew up.
Just a disgusted look to my face.
You don't have as much color as you used to.
No.
Those little pink dresses your dad put you in. You get little pink corduroys that you'd run around in.
She's like, it's creepy you remembered
Please
what I
stop
was wearing
talking.
this dress.
Please stop talking.
Oh, not like he doesn't mean it like that. He literally
Yeah,
just
I know.
She's trying to flip it.
She's just
so he's bad.
horrified.
Yeah.
She's just horrified that anyone has
She's stuck in it.
perceived her before she had this image.
All right, so you want to come do the interview with me?
Do I want to?
Is it
No.
required?
Will
Man,
I do it? Yes. Yes, I will.
All right, let's get
I
in.
love a go-getter.
All right, so you head in. He's much more late. He pretty much is just he's talking stories about your dad. He's like, oh man, back in the days when we were at college, we were on the rowing team together. You know, we had a lot of fun back then. I'm glad your dad stuck with computers because I knew as soon as I started this company and my parents gave me my first $20 million loan, I knew I'd need someone to do that computer work and crunch those numbers. You know, he's one of the best businessmen I got.
Yeah.
So you know you're gonna get a spot in here. Is there anything specific you want to do? I do have a list of things I still kind of need covered, but I don't know if you would want to. Did you go to school to be a nurse?
No.
Oh, okay.
My degree is in music and marketing.
Music. He looks really close at his paper.
And I guess technically marketing and communications, but like whatever.
Well, I still do have a marketing. I do need someone for marketing, though I don't. He looks at you and looks at how you're dressed, and like out the like frosted window, he sees all the pencils up there. He's like,
She like blows her bangs out
A
of
few
her.
fall.
he's like, and I know I need someone for PR, but
I'd be great at that.
you really think it's a lot
Yeah.
with people, you know?
I can relate so hard to people. That's what a musician's job is to like write songs that just like get people.
Yeah, but you need to make sure the difference about those songs and this is that you need to make sure that people like what you're selling.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
He says it so. He's like, because I've never gotten in. I don't even listen to the radio in my car. I don't know why they try and sell those tunes to me, and I just don't get it. You
I
know,
don't get it.
I really try to listen to how other people say. I try to be a man of change, but people really got to sell it to me. You know. Now, can you sell me your music? Because if you can, then I'll take you can be your PR.
Yeah. Do you have? I mean, here's.
You asking for a
An
private
actual-
sponsor?
I actually need a band.
I need a band.
You,
Yeah, this is my one-man band.
you can do
Called.
it yourself.
We don't have a name yet because like names like
We.
that's the whole point is like why label yourself, right? So like don't have a name. And it's just me and I have one song and it's just like yeah. And that's that you get it? Yeah?
Okay, so like back in the day, you know how they kind of like that Ozzy Osbourne stuff?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that exactly. Yeah.
Man, that guy is wild. You know what? You're hired for PR.
Ooh.
I'll let your daddy know, and then we'll
She
get.
got hired on the spot. Everyone else had to wait.
Correct. Nepotism.
Yeah. Got it.
Thanks.
I stand strong in that nepotism thing.
You won't regret it.
Alrighty, I sure hope not, little lady. And he
Is that a paid job now?
he posts. You guys don't do anything else for the day because they're all trying. The actual like, he's the CEO. He really doesn't do much except for hire. But you know that Marcus and Mr. Bruce, and there you saw Emily's with him. Them. There's another woman that's with them. A tall elf with long silver hair. She is wearing like a doctor's coat, like one of those white doctor coats. She's with them, and then there is a dwarf, smaller dude. He is must be wider than he is tall. He's like fucking jacked. He's like those body. He's like the guys that pick up those like stones. Not like a Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's like one of those guys that like
The strong guys.
He's like built how humans are supposed to be built, that strong. And they're actually doing a lot of like what looks like real work, while you guys are just kind of waiting. At the end of the day, Emily does come by and posts up the job posting. I have a question for Davis.
Yes.
If you had to pick one of those jobs I offered you, be it the logistics, the ethics, and security, rank the top 1, 2, 3.
It would probably go the ethics, logistics, and then security at
Okay.
5.
Okay. And then okay. All right. So they're posted. Davis, I need you to roll me. How mean do I want to be? Roll me a d6.
A D6.
You want something? You want something high?
Want something high? Okay. How does a 3 do?
You're in. Okay. So God, I really wanted you to be security.
That would have been hilarious. That would have been way
I don't know.
out of character.
So I here the postings are up. You 3 got the job, obviously.
Yay.
Cooper, we were talking customer service. I have to ask, there was also, you said you like to delegate jobs and you wanted to be high.
Management. I want to be on
Yes.
track for management. I'll work my way up. I'm not afraid.
Do you want, okay, so it's either you would be like, roll me a d4.
Three.
Okay, so you are the assistant to Emily.
Yes! Oh, I like scream. I'm so excited.
Under that
All I've
is
ever wanted. And then someday she'll die and I'll take her job.
That's so funny.
Emily looks at you and goes, "I'm so glad, and I'm also so sorry. I'm so busy."
That's how I like it.
You're gonna help me with scheduling everything, and you're also gonna help me be running around a lot. So
I'd like
please,
to do a running motion. I'm ready.
please wear very nice shoes tomorrow. Please.
You got it.
Don't wear a skirt. You can wear a dress. I would really highly say no
I
skirt.
recommend slacks.
Okay, yeah. You know what? It's even better. Mac, you got in logistics. Logistics will be quite a bit of delegating. Do you know what logistics is normally?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be like, it is quite a bit of business. You're kind of like buying the parts and make sure we have enough and
Yep.
things are in the right places. You're kind of the supply man.
Business.
And then
Time to find some ethically sourced parts.
There you go. And then under that is it does say Natalie Saunders, and it says PR manager.
Hey.
That's right. You know I'm the manager.
Um, that there is definitely no one else in the PR department though. So
Of course, I'm managing myself.
Amazing.
It's a hard job.
the frat boys all go off, and they are gonna be under.
Suck it, losers!
They're actually the interns are gonna be working under the assembly line and in the data with Mr. Saunders. All of you
Dodged a
roll.
bolt.
All of you roll d20s, and you all get advantage. So take the highest.
Ooh, nat 20.
10.
19.
Okay, so you two get the nat 20 actually gets a +3
Everything.
to everything. Yep, the nat 20 is the one that gets +3.
Hell yeah.
No, sorry, excuse me. You get a +2 base. You have +3 extra points.
So everything goes up by 2, and then you get 3 extra points.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Davis base 2, and then you get +2.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Jess, you got a base 2 and a +1.
Yeah.
Nepotism, you know.
There's a reason.
All right, and then we are going to have. You do not need to pick a class. You can either because I'm not gonna be like super into the damage and stuff. It's gonna be mainly roleplay. There is gonna be a little fight though. So don't worry too much about it. If you pick something and you don't like it, you can change it later. So don't worry too much. But give me a random a random 20 roll again.
Gotcha. 16.
Okay. So everyone raise your base up. So your lowest number you can have is a 10. And then I'm gonna give you +2 to 2 extra points wherever you want.
So everything should have gone up by 2, and then we have 2 extra points.
Correct.
Everything goes up by 2 again? Okay.
Yeah, so your lowest score, if you haven't just been evenly distributing everything, should be 10.
Okay. Got it. Wait, hold on. Why did they do that?
I don't know how to do this.
And then plus what? Extra?
2 points extra to, yeah.
2 extra to anywhere. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So, looks like you guys got the job. Emily comes over and is like, "Congratulations, guys." I will say, I don't know how specific you're going to be part of your department. Like, there's one of each of you. I mean, besides you, Cooper, you'll be with me, but
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to do. They kind of already have people doing the logistics and the PR. I mean, we're working for the government. The PR is going to be kind of through the government too, so I don't really know how it's going to work. But I will say, Inertia, your dad would like to see y'all.
Yeah.
She points upstairs.
Sounds good.
I go up.
Right. So everyone, you guys all head upstairs, and you run into in the data center. And by data center, I mean the 4 data computers. Very tall elf. He has short hair, kind of like Davis's hair length. He has even though he's an elf, he has a nice bushy mustache. he is wearing a bow tie. He doesn't wear ties because it gets all over the place, you know. And he
Absolutely has a pocket protector.
Oh
does
god.
have a pocket protector. In the pocket protector is actually a calculator.
Smart.
Classic.
In his pocket are pens, and you can tell the pants are kind of used because there are ink splotches where like he
Of
forgot
course
to.
there are.
Um,
Idiot.
he turns around and sees y'all three, and he goes, "Oh, honey, I'm so glad you got that job. I just knew you'd be so good. I know Oren knows. I think he knows what he's doing. Anyways, I do have something for you guys to do. I got an email earlier. Someone sent a report spam, and you know, I love when people do that. I love when people report the spam, and I can deal with it from my end and make the right ad block in. But those new interns, someone opened a link into the spam that got sent before I could look at it, and I think there's some bugs on a computer. Wondering if you guys can deal with it.
I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, if
yeah.
you can't do your job, I guess we can do it for you. God.
Wait to hear what you guys are gonna say and then just start agreeing. Like, oh yeah. 'Cause I wasn't
Oh,
gonna agree before they
I
did.
mean, it depends on how bad the computer
I
is, but
can't.
we could probably take care of that. What kind of software are you guys working with?
Oh, actually, you guys haven't been in here yet, have you? So this is how we there's some tech we use. So here, let me explain it quick before I send you guys in.
Smart.
Tech. The more specific level is the Smite technology that we're using in the hearing devices, right? But that is programmed within our own little how do you say computer space we've made VR. And you know how those people like that VR stuff nowadays. We call it the orb. It is David, stop laughing.
Sorry.
It's a space that you can work on computer stuff, or you can be in the computer, and the files are like rooms, and you can see the code, and you can work and build the code right there in front of you, like those back in the day when they used that paint. They could like paint 3D. Well, now you can do it in a computer. And that's where our friend released those bugs. I'm pretty sure they're just
Actual physical bugs like flies and termites.
Well, no, I think they're like. Have you ever seen? You know what a phishing scam is, right?
Oh,
Like,
God,
I
somebody
say
clicked
no to
on a
everything you
phishing
ask.
scam?
A phishing? You think a phishing scam is when somebody scams you out of the fish you just caught?
no,
Yeah, it happens all the time at the watering hole.
no, Miss Sunshower. No. Phishing with PH. Fish.
That's not how you spell that, sir. I don't know much, but I know how to spell.
You know, I like you. You're funny. You're very funny.
I'm
You're kind
being
of like
dead
my daughter.
serious.
You're kind of like my daughter. She makes some dry jokes, and she knows where it hits me good.
Damn right I do.
Just brushes it off.
That sounded weird. I didn't mean to make that sound weird.
It doesn't sound weird until Jessica said something.
Jessica made it weird.
Correct.
Just like always. Takes a harmless comedy bit, makes it weird.
So, here. So we got these VR sets. We have plenty for you guys. These will actually be your personal VR sets. He shows you. It looks like the actual VR you guys. That's like out right now.
Like a
The
Quest,
only
yeah.
difference is there's a fanny pack, and instead of it being hooked up with wires to a computer, it's hooked up to the fanny pack. There's like the drive is in the fanny pack.
Okay, that's interesting.
It is sleeker.
Do you
It's
not
not
have
as
made it
boxy.
cooler?
It looks kind of like, you know, those sports sunglasses that like bikers and sportsmen use. That
Yeah.
are kind of
Matrix
like
sunglasses?
The visor kind of thing.
Ready Player One style.
Oh, not Matrix sunglasses.
No, not Matrix. No, wider and less directly over your eyeballs. But like
Got it.
it's like that. It kind of looks like you're about to go like to NASCAR.
Nice.
The headphones are like those over the ear ones and wrap around the back. And for the VR, he goes, now VR back in the old days, you would actually act things out, but we kind of have this thing where you can literally like hook into your computer, and then you can just sit at your computer, at your desk, and it just does you can just do the work sitting there, and we can see on your screen what you're doing when you hook into the computers too. It's better for your body. You're not doing as much work. And I used to hear there were a lot of incidents where people accidentally punch people, and we wanted to stay away from that. So,
You're taking all the fun out of it.
so I know we don't have any pods up here, but here are some 3 desks. I'm gonna have you guys all sit here. Little lady, do you need a seat booster? I don't know a nicer way to say that.
Would you like see
An accommodation.
Yeah, do you need some accommodation? You don't really need to see the screen, but you will need to connect your fanny pack into the computer. The fanny pack is what we call the orb. It's not shaped like an orb, but it is the orb.
It's called the orb.
That is certainly a choice.
No, I'm good. I got it. Thanks.
Okay, no problem, Miss Sun. What was it, Sunshower?
A shower.
Yeah, no problem, Miss Sunshower. He comes up to inertia, and he's putting it on you.
I
He's like,
slap his hands and I take it away.
honey, let me help you.
I can do it, Dad. God, you don't have to do everything for me. Oh my gosh.
So click, and he clicks the fanny pack on you.
A 1, 2,
It's the
3.
most teenage angst size.
Alrighty. He sets everyone down in the fanny pack. Out. If you're wearing it like to the side, out the side is a like USB you can pull out, and you can stick it into the computer, and then it's just mirroring on the computer like Steam mirrors when you're playing on Steam, so other people can see. You log in, and you enter the most stereotypical technology virtual world you can think of. It is like a black, like a dark gray, as to not ruin people's contrasts. Open world with everything's rimmed with blue light.
Tron style.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are we talking like PlayStation 2 graphics or?
Oh, the graphics are at least PS3.
Okay, perfect. So already above like meta of today.
Correct. You guys enter, and you hear, there are rooms. So you're in this big open. It's almost like a court. One even says recycle bin, and you hear out of the email application tweeting, as in bird tweeting.
Interesting.
Certainly a choice.
I started looking up and around, like
Yeah, how are you reacting to all this technology?
with alarm and wonder. Like I'll point at something and just be like, "Do you see this?"
Yeah.
This is really basic. Like they couldn't even stoop for like Windows 11 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, VR Talk is a lot better of a program if you ask me.
Freaking ridiculous.
You hear faintly in the background. We're working on the graphics right now.
Yeah, do
They're
better.
amazing.
Do
Do,
better.
do our avatars have full body, or are we just like a floating body with arms and no legs?
You have when you guys look at each other, you have like a gray 2D face, like matte.
Yes.
You look like a blank profile picture
I love it.
Perfect.
on like a test dummy body.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
You
Well,
can customize those later.
Oh, perfect. Yay.
well,
Just what I wanted. What are we doing?
we gotta check the
I
email.
was not listening.
There's some bugs. Don't you remember the whole phishing scam? You got all of, like, oh, somebody clicked on a dang phishing scam.
No, I didn't.
I have it recorded.
Sure you do.
I press play.
What kind of creepo records their conversations? Disgusting.
I've worked in so many places where having a recording literally saved my life.
Always recorded.
Always have a recording, especially when dealing with customers at 6 a.m.
This is
That's
true.
valid, I guess.
Are we
Whatever.
pausing halfway?
Let's go kill the bugs or whatever.
Are we going all the way through or pausing halfway?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, because it's 10:30.
Would you like to pause? We can stop. I will say this is super easy. You're pretty much gonna like swat at birds.
Is this like the end of it or is it the middle?
Yeah, this is the end.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Let's swat
Staging
some
time. I'll
mother
swat a bird.
frickin' birds.
Yeah, I guess we'll open some email application.
I take out my crowbar. Did my crowbar come with me?
Oh my God.
Or is it like Gmod where you don't have the textures loaded, so you just pull out a big error?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't download the texture files for
Amazing.
crowbars.
A giant error bar pops up. It's obviously like because it's too long. It's just really stretched out.
Oh, perfect.
So you guys enter the email room, and there in there you see 3 other figures in this guest face.
Oh my God, is it the dumbasses who opened it?
You're pretty sure it is. And above them are what look to be metallic. They look like metallic birds, but their bodies, they're not. The bodies aren't birds. They look more like flying fish. They look like this.
Fish with a PH.
No.
You look at them and go, oh, so that's pH fish.
Yes,
Instead of fish.
they're metallic, and every time they open their mouth, they say stuff like, "You've won $1 million."
Did I say I have?
God, that's so annoying. I'm totally not gonna use the pain I'm feeling this moment to write a song later.
Right. The frat boys are laying on the floor, and the fish are like dive bombing them, and they're like, "Oh God, help!"
I just run up to one of the frat boys and I grab him by the collar and I'm like, "You opened a damn fish scam? How dumb are you?"
I did. It said report, and then it said I won a free espresso machine. What do you expect?
And you clicked it.
I live on espresso.
Dude, so stupid. Like swatting at the birds.
All right,
We
so
haven't done or
everyone
anything?
roll initiative.
5.
18.
Hold on.
So if you go to your main character sheet,
It won't let me go there
click on. Did you click on the
Middle
little?
one.
because I didn't pick a class.
Oh, that's fine. Your base is gonna. Did you modify your dex at all? Or
No.
no?
You can
Okay.
just use rolls
Yeah,
too. You don't
flat
have to-
D20 then, because there'd be no modifier for you if you.
Don't you add your proficiency bonus?
No.
No, what you're saying to me?
We shouldn't have.
Oh, that's only if you're proficient in it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm there. I just picked a random. Okay, roll initiative.
Yep.
9.
Hey.
Oh, I forget I can roll on here and then you guys can see it.
Yeah, we can. But that's boring.
Alright. So, Inertia, you go first. There are 5 metallic fish.
Okay.
For the 5 links that were in there.
Yeah.
I am gonna punch one.
Okay, you're gonna go swat it. Give me an attack roll. You can add +5.
Oh, I have a +2.
Oh, you can do +5 if you tell me something cool. How you're gonna swap them?
Well, I don't know if this is gonna hit it if it's +5, even if it's +5, because I rolled that on there. But it would be a 13 if or nope, a 12 if it's +5, and I'm gonna do like a roundhouse kick, just like bam.
A 12
Heal
is
to it.
their thing.
Meets it, beats it, baby.
When you hit it, it bursts into binary code and like sprinkles.
Oh, I thought
it.
you were gonna say it bursts into a bunch more little birds, and I was like,
No.
fuck.
No, it's just a phishing scam.
Beautiful.
Very low on the threat level.
That's why they send the youngest people
What?
in the office
Oh,
to deal with it.
That's why
I
they
was
threw
just saying
toddlers
children,
at
but we're
this.
not all children.
okay. You just said that's what they said in the youngest people, and I was like, wait,
No,
what?
sent the youngest.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, you hit one. Cooper, it's your turn.
Okay. What do I roll to attack them?
Roll. If you tell me a cool way how you hit the bird, you can roll a d20 and add 5.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm very short.
They are dive bombing.
They're diving. Okay, well, I'm like watching them intently and predicting their movements. And one goes to do a low thing, and I like run and leap as high as I can, like Mario Brothers style, like motion there. 13 + 5.
Okay, yeah, you smack it, and it bursts into little binary,
Yay!
and it sprinkles over the frat boy. He goes, and he says, "Oh my God, thank God! Can you imagine what happened if we opened a Trojan horse?"
Oh, good lord. What? You know what a Trojan horse is, and you opened a phishing scam? Like, are you stupid?
Can you live without espresso?
Yes, I have for years.
She looks like she's 12. She probably doesn't even know what espresso is, man.
She looks like she's 12 as we're looking at just a generic flat two-dimensional face on a test dummy body.
Well, it's the way you type. No.
You have to guess if he knows who you are, or if he's talking to the one he thinks is super, super young.
Whatever.
So it's the little fly. It's the little fishing fish's turn. They are going to dive bomb. One of them's gonna die. There are 3 left. One of them's gonna dive bomb the Why do I not get dice on my?
No idea. Never have run it on that side.
I had to open someone's. One of them's gonna dive bomb the frat boy. I rolled a natural 18. It dive bombs the frat boy, and he instantly bursts into particles. in binary
Hope
and
that
disappears.
doesn't affect his real life body, because that would suck.
That would be really uncomfortable.
Outside you hear, no, it doesn't.
Oh, dang it.
Wouldn't
It kind of
that
would
be
have been
cool?
really
I'm gonna
cool to like go on an adventure to like go find his body lost in the binary or whatever, but like whatever.
Honey, you have the best ideas sometimes.
I know,
I'll
Dad.
send that to R&D.
My daughter's so smart.
Another one's gonna attack. He's going to go for the other frat boy. Got a 13, but the frat boy is a paladin, so he misses.
Ooh.
He swats. They like he dive bombs and this guy like rolls out of the way, and then the other one's gonna try to dive bomb that one again, and he got a 14, and that's plus. I don't know how you did this on a computer, Jess.
I manually rolled everything with dice, and then I put it into an Excel document.
No, I meant like monsters stuff.
Yeah. Oh, on D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I got confused and didn't do it on that anymore, and I did it
Oh.
on Excel.
Maybe that because I added them as as play. Anyways, he does get hit. It looks like, and he also bursts into binary. The single frat guy that's left goes, no. And give me someone just roll me a perception check. It can be flat. I don't really. Nothing crazy.
17.
Okay, he totally thinks his friends died.
Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
poor buddy.
Do better.
They were so young.
They're fine.
How can you say that at a funeral?
It's not a
I
funeral.
look at my
if anything, it
pixelated
would be a
arms.
murder scene and not the funeral, because technically they were murdered here.
God, I only just met them 3 weeks ago.
And you were already best friends.
I don't
So
have a very
basic.
rich life outside of work.
Right. Cooper, that's your turn.
Yeah. Same way to attack.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You already attacked. It's definitely Mac's turn.
I was
Oh,
about I wasn't gonna say anything. I just wanted to see where that would go.
I was gonna attack again.
Do we have access to like tools? Like let's say the like MS Paint, like the lasso tool. Or like,
yeah.
do we have any sort of inventory in this online system?
When you look at your arm, you do have app buttons. And it mainly looks like things you could do in like a paint thing. So yeah, you have the magic. You have the magic lasso.
The magic lasso. Yeah, I would just like to try to magic lasso one of them.
All right, give me a roll and add 5.
Ooh, that was 3 plus 5. That's not gonna do anything. I missed.
You lassoed the frat boy.
I'll pull him over to me and be like, "It's okay, buddy."
When you pull him over, he kind of glitches and is shuddering toward you because of all the
does it T-pose every once in a while?
No, he didn't T-pose that time.
Darn.
You just go up like T-posing.
Okay, now it's Inertia's turn.
I mean, obviously, I'm just gonna punch. I'm gonna punch it, but this time, my goal is I'm gonna wait till it's like down here, and then I'm just gonna like soccer kick it as hard as I can up into the air.
Okay, give me a roll plus 5.
19.
All right, you kick it and it showers binary everywhere. When it hits the floor, they bounce off the floor. They have their own physics.
Good.
How many were left? 3. There are 2 left. and it is now. Now it's your turn, Cooper.
Yeah. There's nothing else like in the area, is there?
No,
Like
it's
something
just
I can jump on or
there. Visually, there is a stack of mail. They are just pixelated. Like they look like when you if you were to pick them up, they'd look like almost like neon signs, like they're wireframe like that.
gotcha.
There's some stacks of them. They do stack up to about your height. For everyone else, they're about what knee
Yeah.
height.
I push over a stack
Basically.
of those and climb on top with my net or hammer or whatever we're using to swat at them.
Okay.
Go to
So
nail one. I rolled a
give me
5.
a what?
5.
You knock over and stand on top of it. They slide out from under you because they
No.
do. Now it's the birdies' turns. They are going to. One of them's gonna swoop at inertia.
I know.
Does a. Yeah, it does like a 19 hit.
Yeah, I have an AC of 11 right now.
Lucky.
So I haven't equipped anything.
All right, it hits you for 3 damage,
How dare you?
and then I said 3, so there's 2 left, and then the other one's gonna swoop at Mac. Mac does an 18 hit.
Yes, surprisingly.
In the background, you hear him saying, "It's okay. We'll stock you on how to stay safe in there. That's why the frat boys died so fast. You also get 3 damage." And now it's your turn, Mac.
This time I would like to pull out the straight line tool and quickly make myself just a straight line, like a quarterstaff kind of style, and I would like to try to smack it.
Okay. Give me a roll +5.
Oh, that's a 22, so that's gonna hit him.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And you hit when you swing, or how do you swing at them? How do you hit them? You're gonna hit.
I'll kind of go up and smack one as the other one's kind of dive bombing, uh, inertia behind. Or no, yeah. I'll swing up at the one that was dive bombing at inertia, and then as I'm turning around, I'll hit the one that just hit me. On kind of like the back little spin. But then I'll also tangle myself in my already made lasso, which will then make me fall onto the ground after.
Nice.
You hit the ground, and all the monsters are all the fishing stands are gone. All of a sudden, this dude runs in. He has a picture of his face. It's still 2D. It does not move.
It's his face.
But it's a picture of Alec Saunders. His body. He has he has armor on his dummy body. He's like, "Oh, good job, kids." And he goes over. There's like a blinking yellow envelope, and he goes and he pulls out like a cyber sword of some sort. It almost looks like a lightsaber, and just smacks it, and it breaks into binary. He's like, "Good job fighting those fishers."
Why didn't you give me a freaking laser sword?
Dad!
Dad! Oh my god!
We were in a rush, and I didn't want to. I wanted to get those boys to learn how to use the program, and
They
then
clearly didn't know how.
and then we sent you guys, and it looks like you guys learned the program fine.
I mean, yeah, we kicked butt, but like, at what cost?
Experience, honey.
Digging in Nurse's character.
And then he pulls out his like glove thing that like has the apps and stuff on it. It's pretty much just like on his skin. It's on your guys' skin. But his is His is orange, while your guys is like the default blue. His is orange.
Custom
And
skin.
he hits a button and a screen comes up, like on the ceilings, and it says all users to end application, ? And he hits OK and says, please, and like a lady's voice comes over and says, please save all files. She repeats herself a few times, and then you guys are booted out of the server.
Nice.
Lame.
That's awesome.
So you guys all end back up in your little chairs.
Fine.
He's like, you guys did a good job. You guys are going to learn real fast how to use that program.
We already learned how to use it. Clearly, we're experts.
Yeah, but you don't have any equipment.
Yeah, and whose fault is that? The one who didn't give us equipment?
No, I can't give you equipment. You have
Only
to
day one.
install
We
the
have to earn it.
Oh, God. Whatever.
Well, I think what's going to happen is we're going to start you guys in your departments, and next week we're going to see where we go with this $40 million. Won't that? It's going to be so swell. Oh, and then he goes, oh, honey, I'm so glad you're working with me. And he comes and gives you a big hug.
Oh.
I just, like, pat his head.
I
I'm,
go
like,
to
taller
do
than
a
him.
Are you hugging his leg? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I go to do a group hug at leg height. Maybe Mac tries to hold me back.
Nope.
You're like, no, don't.
He comes down, he kneels, and he's like, do you want a hug? I love hugging. He does the thing where he knows he shouldn't be hugging employees a lot, so he does pat, and then he lets go.
Done. Yep,
Yep.
yep. Exactly.
He's very professional about it.
Yep.
Very, very professional.
Such a nerd.
Amazing.
And that ends your first real day on a pay.
Woo!
That was
Look at
excellent.
That was very fun.
Very
I love
funny.
it.
You guys get an extra 5 points to add wherever you want on your stats.
Oh, hell yes.
And that will be, is 5 a lot? That might be a lot.
I don't know.
I don't know how to change
It
that.
depends on how you have to go back to your builder.
Okay, got it. Nice.
I mean, I don't know how you're doing this. How many is a lot? So, I mean, if you think that a lot is, I could dump all 5 of these into one thing and get that up to 19, then it might be.
Should it be? How about let's do 3 points. And then you guys can all go to level 4 of whatever you choose. You can be whatever you want. Your class and subclass do not have to match your jobs. That's just flavor. Because it's it's kind of a very heavy corporate idea going on. When you come back, we're going to do a bit of a time skip. And I need you to decide if you were given the choice to have this neural implant to enhance your hearing.
Ooh.
And you got to tell me yes or no next time.
Got it.
I don't know where to do my level.
So that's under class.
We can help
Yes.
you.
Well, we can work on that next week as well.
Or okay.
Yeah, we'll have time to do I can edit your stuff.
Yeah, you can actually go in and edit things.
Nice.
Oh, I edited it for you, Cooper.
Perfect.